We are going to discuss mitosis. Mitosis is a process of cell division. As a result of cell division, two daughter cells are produced from a single parent cell. The daughter cells are identical to one another and to the original parent cell. Mitosis includes 4 phases called prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Let's discuss each phase here. In prophase, each chromosome duplicates to form 2 sister chromatids. In metaphase, the chromosomes line up at the equatorial plate and are held by microtubules and the centromere. In anaphase, the centromeres divide and sister chromatids separate and move toward the matching poles. Finally, in telophase, daughter chromosomes arrive at the poles and the microtubules disappear. The chromatin expands. The cytoplasm divides and the cell membrane pinches inward, producing 2 daughter cells.
Composition is the organization of shapes and forms into a whole, an expressive whole. The elements of composition, line, shape, tone, and color, need to be well arranged, need to be ordered, they need to be coherent, just like the words and phrases and sentences in a piece of writing. All paintings have a compositional element. Successful paintings sort of suggest the third dimension, the sense that the design goes beyond the picture frame. A picture's unity, which includes the shapes, tones, and colors, is linked to what the artist has to say. The artist's Excuse me. Oh, friend? Oh, friend. Thank you. Thank you. Bottle. Friend? No, thank you. Yeah, just friend. Please. Have it, please. Friend. Please have it. Okay. With the friends. Deep lock. Cover. Put up. Now we have 4 friends. We have 4 friends. Friends? So happy. Yeah. Yes, sir, friends. Friends. Nice. Good. I have friends. Come on. Have it. Oh, nothing. Good. Friends. Friends? Friends. 4 friends. Sir, we are friends. Sir, कसम से ये दोस्त नहीं है.
Your name is power. Your name is healing. Your name is life. Break every stronghold. Shine through the shadows. Burn like Hey Arden, hello. Um, High pitch. I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. What to get it? So. Yes. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Choice. After multiple choice, select missing list.
Nature's instruments for survival can be a godsend until they begin to affect us in destructive ways. Someone's negative characteristics can cloud their favorable traits to such an extent that we cannot see the positive anymore. In our biased minds, this person has become purely evil. It's
Ultra Spain. Where are you from? I'm from Philippines.
pretty difficult not to feel repulsed by someone who doesn't have any positive traits, let alone forgive them. So we might want to look beyond the vast specter of negativity and see that the people we resent are also carrying good within them, and that it's
Ah, from
human
New
to
Zealand.
possess both evil and
Hello, New Zealand. Where are you from? Ah, so you are from originally from New Zealand. How to pronounce your name? Otrash. Ah, um, it's good. Very good country. Um, I've been there before when I was working the cruise ship. Which part in New Zealand? North Island. I'm not familiar. Sorry for that. I'm not familiarized. But before I visit last time in Auckland, Wellington, Dunedin. What else? Tauranga. Yeah. Ah, you live in Wellington. It's a very nice place. Very good. I think Wellington is where was it movie? Lord of the Rings. Am I correct? Hmm.
Hi everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. So what is the secret for this? It's the capital city. Yes, Peter Jackson. It is already past 10 years. Wait. 13 years ago. 13 years ago. When I was working the cruise ship. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, yes. I didn't try to visit there. Because when I was working cruise ship, it's the time, the break, it's very short. So I didn't have enough time to go somewhere. It's only visit, go down, and then at that time it's very hard for us to find a Wi-Fi. So we need to find there if there's a signal about the Wi-Fi. So, but your place very good, Wellington. If you see there a cruise ship terminal, it's very good there, and yeah.
Hiroshi Ishiguro, a robot engineer from Osaka University, makes Geminoids, extremely realistic human robots. It's important that they look exactly like real people for Ishiguro to carry out his research. He's interested in understanding philosophical questions such as what is identity and what might happen if a person and their robot double were able to be in two places at the same time. His Geminoid robots have rubber skin and their heads are controlled by motors. These move the head, blink, twitch, shrug the shoulders, and make the robot appear to be breathing during conversations. As well as this, there are motors which are connected to a computer, microphone, and camera. These scan the controller's voice and face movements, then send messages back to the robot, which copies them. The robot's body and skin stop at his chest, though, and he has no robotic legs, so you won't see him.
Interesting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just review a English test. This is my missing one to apply for PR. I hope so. Anyway, practice makes perfect. Let's try it for this. No. Ah, I already select the correct answer. Walking around. Let's try again.
Hiroshi Ishiguro, a robot engineer from Osaka University, makes Geminoids, extremely realistic human robots. It's important that they look exactly like real people for Ishiguro to carry out his research. He's interested in understanding philosophical questions such as what is identity and what might happen if a person and their robot double were able to be in two places at the same time. His Geminoid robots have rubber skin and their heads are controlled by motors. These move the head, blink, twitch, shrug the shoulders, and make the robot appear to be breathing during conversations. As well as this, there are motors which are connected to a computer, microphone, and camera. These scan the controller's voice and face movements, then send messages back to the robot, which copies them. The robot's body and skin stop at his chest, though, and he has no robotic legs, so you won't see him.
understand. Next.
Parents and other adults with whom children have close contact have a powerful influence on children's food preferences. Children are very sensitive to the reactions of those around them, and if they see others enjoying a particular food, they will be inclined more favourably towards that food. Thus, if parents want to persuade their children to eat more vegetables, then rather than simply telling them what to eat, it's more effective to demonstrate that they themselves
Didn't helps has health benefits is recommended by doctors. Eat plenty of vegetables every day contains natural sugar. Protects babies against illness. Mm, Okay, this one is let's see, missing word. Okay. Hi Pat, how are you? So
telling them what to eat, it's more effective to demonstrate that they themselves
hello guys, happy Mother's Day. Good evening guys, good evening. Welcome to my live. And yes, after this,
Earlier this year, I was driving through the countryside with a girl of 6, and she pointed out some flowers by the wayside. I asked her what she thought flowers were for. She gave a very thoughtful answer. 2 things, she said, to make the world pretty and to help the bees make honey for us. I thought that this was a very nice answer, and I was very sorry to have to tell her that this wasn't.
wasn't changing. Oh. Hello guys, good evening.
Was very sorry to have to tell her that this wasn't. To help the bees make honey for us. I thought that this was a very nice answer, and I was very sorry to have to tell her that this wasn't.
Oh, I have hello, good evening. Welcome to my live. By the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
You will hear a recording about Da Vinci Code. At the end of the recording, the last word or group of words has been replaced by a beep. Select the correct option to complete the recording.
Hi, James. Good to see you. I was just dying to talk to you about the bestseller that you lent me last week. It was simply enticing.
Ah, you mean the Da Vinci Code? You seem to have enjoyed it a lot.
Of course, dear. It seems to provoke my interest in the legend of the Holy Grail. Also, the story of Mary Magdalene leaves you mum, doesn't it?
That's true, dear. That's why it's been a major success for the author. It was outsold only by the most popular Harry Potter series. Its major achievement is the interest that it generated among the masses about the history of Roman Catholic Church. Although there had been other volumes of fiction on similar subject matter, like The Holy Blood and The Holy Grail by Michael Béjon, yet this one by Dan Brown has been the greatest hit with the readers. Truly, it has been ranked as the 18th best-selling book of...
Of the year. Alright. Ah,
The idea is that we divide the ward patients, if you like, and the nurses into 3 different teams, which we call primary nursing teams. And in those teams, then have primary nurse, which is myself, associate nurses, which generally tend to be D-grade nurses, and healthcare assistants. And you're all in one team together. The idea is that you would hopefully work as a team in coordinating the care for the patients who come in and under your care as in the red team. In our teams, we have 8 patients each. the idea would be that I would normally prescribe the care or plan the care for those patients. In reality, it doesn't always work like that, and besides which, the associate nurses that are in the teams have those skills anyway from their training.
Oh.
The first few hours of life can be rough, so for years, newborns in the hospital were given pacifiers to calm and quiet them. With many breastfeeding advocates worrying, the newborns would get used to the artificial nipple and be less inclined to take to the breast. But never fear. A new study finds that keeping kids from getting pacifiers did not help later breastfeeding. In fact, it looks like this hindered the kids eventually becoming exclusively breastfed. The study followed more than 2,000 infants born over the course of about a year. When pacifiers were prohibited, surprisingly, fewer babies were breastfed exclusively while in the hospital, and more received supplemental formula. The findings were presented at the Pediatric Academic Society's annual meeting. The World Health Organization recommends breastfeeding babies exclusively for 6 months, and then partially until age 2. So for those early hours, a pacifier might be just what the doctor or maternity ward nurse ordered.
The guys.
the choice of stroke depends on how near the shuttlecock is to the net, and whether it is above net height. Players have much better attacking options if they can reach the shuttlecock well above net height, especially if it is also close to the net. In the forecourt, a high shuttlecock will be met with a net kill, hitting it steeply downwards and attempting to win the rally immediately. In the midcourt, a high shuttlecock will be usually met with a powerful smash, also hitting down.
That's Generation Zero of Darwin Tunes. It's a website researchers are using to study how listener preferences affect the evolution of music. A new study claims that the taste of the public exerts a force on music similar to natural selection. The findings support the theory that culture and art are shaped not only by their producers, but by consumers too. The report is in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Researchers created short tunes and allowed them to procreate. That is, they'd combine aspects of the parent tunes to produce a new generation of music. User ratings on the Darwin Tunes site provided the evolutionary selection, with only the most appealing tunes allowed to create progeny. The researchers found that quality increased quickly at the beginning. The random sounds rapidly gave rise to something an awful lot like music. Here's Generation 600. But after a while, things stagnated. The researchers plan to update the program to drive evolution further. Meanwhile, here's Darwin Tunes Generation 3000.
The undergraduates need some specific sources to analyze a program.
The department will continue to offer 3 new scholarships next year.
dogs are able to provide assistance to people with disabilities.